Chata posters over here, $20 American, not pesos. Chata poster. The mural will go up 2015, 24th and South Van Ness.
Yes.
That's where the mural's gonna be.
In the heart of the mission.
Come and get 'em.
This is
Come and get 'em.
KPOO 89.5 San Francisco. We're right here on 24th Street in Harrison. I'm your host, Jose Ruiz. We're doing the Chata Gutierrez mural project right here, so come out and support. Here's the mural signed by the artist Cookie, who's right here live and direct. Great community. Once again, we're honoring Chata Gutierrez, who started this segment 40 years ago at KPOO.
Again, my name is David Campos, and I have the honor of representing the mission on the Board of Supervisors. It's a very special day here in the mission today. We are celebrating the life of Cesar Chavez, and his spirit, his legacy is with us, and it's just so exciting to see so many people who are trying to recommit themselves to the work of Cesar Chavez, a work that really focuses on social justice, and to do so in a peaceful way. I also think it's important to remember that it's not just Cesar and the many people, but a part of that struggle was always Dolores Huerta. There have always been women. Women have been a very important part of that struggle. And because of that, in the spirit of everything Dolores Huerta has stood for, I'm here to also talk a little bit about an amazing individual, amazing woman, and that is Chata Gutierrez and what she represented. The fact that she promoted the kind of music that we've been enjoying for the last few hours, and I think that it's really important to underscore the relevance of that work. And that work right now is being reflected in this project. You know, this mural, the Chata Mural Project, is a project that in many respects, it's really not just about Chata, it's really about the community. Yeah. It's really about what Chata fought for, about preserving the cultural legacy. And of course, you know, we have, of course, Cookie Gutierrez here, who, Cookie Gonzalez, who is the muralist. You know, if you haven't seen the picture of the mural, you can see what an amazing work of art it is and everything that it represents. I really think that it's one of those things that we need to make this Chata Mural Project a success because of what it represents. And we're going to have, and it costs $20, by the way, to buy the poster. And those proceeds are going to be used to make sure that our mural goes up in this neighborhood as quickly as possible to reflect the legacy. But I want to talk also about something that's happening that goes beyond this celebration, and that is there is a crisis in our neighborhood. There is a housing crisis. People are being evicted out of the mission. We have an increase of almost 300% of Ellis Act evictions, and what we're fighting for is the soul of the city. Who gets to live in San Francisco? Are we going to have people like Renee Yanez who have dedicated their lives to making this community what it is, who is being pushed out? We want the Renee Yanez's of the world to remain in the mission, to stay in the mission because they built the mission. That's right. And I am proud that this week at the Board of Supervisors, we passed landmark legislation that increases the relocation cost for anyone who's facing an eviction. Instead of just getting the $5,200 that the law provides right now, you're going to talk about tens of thousands of dollars that are going to be given to tenants who are facing eviction so that they at least have a fighting chance to stay in San Francisco. What we're fighting for is the soul of the city. Are we a city that works for low-income people, for working people, for middle-income people, or are we a city that only works for the rich?
Hell no!
That's not San Francisco. The city of St. Francis. The city of St. Francis is a city that belongs to all of us. It's not a city that's for sale. It's a city that respects the dignity, the diversity that has been a part of our community for so long. That's why we're here. That's the spirit of Cesar Chavez. That's what we're trying to promote and preserve here today. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here. It's an honor. And you know, we know that the spirit of Cesar Chavez is alive. You know, there was a movie that I hope if you haven't seen it that you'll take an opportunity to watch. You know, it's Hollywood, so it's not always as accurate as it should be. But the fact that so many generations are learning about Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta is something that we should be very proud of. Thank you so much.
You are tuning in to KPOO San Francisco 89.5 FM. The program is Enclave every Saturday from 12 to 3. I'd like to remind you, we're here broadcasting live from Harrison and 24th Street, celebrating the life of Cesar Chavez. Also our own community. If you look around, you see murals. Why do we have so many murals? Because the history books don't speak for us all the time. So we have to take up the walls. We have to pick up for ourselves. We have to uncap the spray cans. We have to do whatever it takes to make history. San Francisco is not exclusive, it's inclusive. We could not only live in the crowd, we do want everyone to live in San Francisco from every spectrum, from every race and every color and every sex. That's why we're here representing today Cesar Chavez right here, KPOO San Francisco 89.5 FM. We have another great speaker coming up after a brief segment of music.
See and hear the flavors of La Raza with the salsa, the Latin jazz. Salsa was an icon, and she played till she died. The last weeks of her life, she came as the wheels were falling off, man. She played her show till the very end. 2 weeks before she passed, she was still doing her show. For 40 years, man, that's a long time to be an icon in the mission. And all of us here are here for Cesar Chavez. We don't want all these techies taking over the mission. We want to represent here Raza, low riders, oldies. We're also going to dedicate some of this time to Sandy Quadra, my homegirl, everybody's homegirl here. The Quadra house is right here. Chata started her career as a community worker right here at Centro de Cambio on 24th and Harrison with G. Royale and Emiliano Chavarria. Hey man, Chata was a community person. So, with all that having been said and all the history, I want to keep her memory alive, and so does everybody else that's interested, that knows about Chata. And we're going to paint a mural on 24th and South Van Ness, right next to the Carnival mural, right next to the break place. The image of the mural is right here. I have posters of it that I'm going to be selling for 20 bucks and signing. Be the first kid on the block or the only kid on the block to have one, because there's only 150 of them. I get a t-shirt. And I'm going to be signing them. Hey, we might be making t-shirts for Carnival, but at the same time, this is a way to help us. All the money that we get goes to the Mural Project. We're going to try to do some other fundraisers, but at the same time, man, this is all for the community to keep it alive, to keep the spirit, keep Chata, keep the San Fran Michon spirit alive, because we need it. We're getting invaded, man, by rich people. We don't want that, man. We don't want that. We want to keep it brown. Stay brown, stay proud. Thank you, everybody.
Right here in the mission 42 years ago. I had just done an interview with Cesar Chavez down in Keene, California. Came back to KPFA that very night, and we had an interview going with G. Royale and Centro de Cambio, and who was up there, the 19-year-old Chata Gutierrez. She told me, teach me everything about radio, and so I did. And I did it because I knew the community could use a good woman radio person playing salsa for this community, and she did, and she exceeded all of our dreams and all of our aspirations. Thank you, Chata Gutierrez. Thank you, La Visión.
Yes, this is KPOO San Francisco 89.5 FM. We're broadcasting live right here from Harrison and 24th Street, celebrating the life of Cesar Chavez and also honoring one of our locals, icon Chata Gutierrez. Also right here we have one of her closest friends who did a documentary on why she loved doing this, why it was a way of life for her to bring music to the heart of the people. Right now we know her as Ginger. Ginger, how are you?
I'm good. It's really nice to see everybody out here. It makes me really happy. I was just thinking about Chata, and the other day her daughter texted me to tell me that she gave birth to her Chata's granddaughter. Her name is Mia Quetzali Navarro, and she was born on the 9th. And I just wanted to say that I know Chata will be very happy, and I just wanted to let everybody know that. Okay, I love you, Chata.
Muchísimas gracias. Thank you. That was Ginger. Once again, we're broadcasting live right here. KPO 89.5 FM. We're going all the way to 5 p.m. Keep it right here on the dial. Enjoy the show and keep celebrating the legacy, the life of Cesar Chavez.
My name is Mitchell Salazar, and I'd like to thank KPO for hosting today. You know, today is a special day on this corner. We're not only honoring Cesar Chavez, but we are also honoring two very strong women, Chata Gutierrez and Sandy Quadra. Sandy was the mayor of this corner. And Sandy was a very dear friend, sister to many, many, many of us that are here on the street. I'd like to thank all the lowriders, Lowrider Council, Frisco Finest, and all others that came out today. Because if we all look at this wall right here, it's our sister Sandy. And every year, she would be out here with her DJ music, playing the music. So today, we just thought it was fitted that we play the music for Sandy, we play the music for Chata. So here's some music that Sandy used to play, and we're gonna kind of come in and out through the day. And any of the homies or friends that want to share anything about Sandy, we will do so. But we do want to say, we love you, Sandy. We love you, Chata. And here we go.